Hello and welcome to the Oliveboard platform. My name is Antara Bhayan, and in this particular session, we are going to discuss the SSC CGL Tier 1 live mock test. So let us get started. This session is live, so you can mention your answers and your comments in the chat box. All right. Okay, so let us get started with the first question. And okay, let us begin. Identify the name of the nationwide campaign launched by the Government of India to ensure inclusive delivery of welfare benefits in tribal areas in June 2025. Now, this is from the current affairs, and not just that, it is going to stay for a long term because this is, say, India's one of the largest scheme which is related to tribal regions and the welfare in the tribal areas. Now, since this is the largest in that respect, so that is why it becomes very important. So what will be the answer here? Jan Kalyan Mission, Dharti Amba Jan Bhagidari Abhiyan, Tribal Vikas Sankalp, or Samriddhi Seva Abhiyan. So the correct answer here is Dharti Amba Jan Bhagidari Abhiyan. This is the largest in terms of tribal welfare regions. Okay. So B will be the correct answer, and it is going to stay for some time in the current affairs. Still there is, say, another such big scheme. Coming to the next question. Farad is the unit of which of the following? So is it the unit of capacitance, resistance, the unit is ohm, electric current, the unit is ampere, and electric potential, that is your volt. So Farad is the unit of capacitance. A will be the correct answer. Coming to the next question. Which of the following statements are correct about the endemic species? So what do we mean by the endemic species? So we can say endemic to a region when we say endemic, and when we say pandemic. So pandemic, when it has circulated, say a pandemic disease, a certain disease has become pandemic. So that means it has spread across the whole particular region or nations or world. So like that. Endemic species are those species of plants and animals which are found exclusively in a particular area. So when we say endemic to a region, that means exclusively to that particular region. And when we say pandemic, for example, COVID circulated and it spread across the world, so that is your pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic, right? A particular type of animal or plant may be endemic to a zone, a state, a country, a particular region, right? So both statement A and statement B are correct here. So what is correct? Both statement A and statement B are correct. Next question. The historical work Silsilat ut Tawarikh 851 AD, which provides one of the earliest Arab accounts of India's social and political life, was authored by whom? So here Silsilat ut Tawarikh is by Al-Masudi, Suleiman, Al-Baruni, Ibn Battuta. This you have to eliminate, and you have to remember all the important questions and names of books by Al-Baruni and Ibn Battuta directly. Okay. So here your answer is Suleiman. Here your answer is Suleiman. B is the correct answer. With reference to the cabinet mission, which of the following statement are incorrect? We have to find the incorrect statement. British government announced the cabinet mission in January 1946. So yes, we all know that cabinet mission 1946. High-powered mission of 5 British cabinet members. So it was not of 5 British cabinet members, it was of 3 British cabinet members. The names are again very important for your basic history syllabus completion, also you study them. Number 1 is your, say you can start from Crisp because he was already there in Crisp mission also. Then you have A.V. Alexander, and what is the one more name? You put that in the comment box. Okay, is he Lawrence? What is the another name? You put that in the comment box. So this statement B is wrong. B is incorrect, B is incorrect, A is correct. So you already found your correct answer. But still, before marking, check once. To find out ways and means for a negotiated peaceful transfer of power to India. All right, and also for the Constituent Assembly and then the Constitution on 26th November 1949. And then you count the number of days and you see that, right? So this is what you study in basic history and also in the historical background topic in polity. So this should not be difficult. Which of the following regional New Year festival is typically celebrated on a different date compared to the other in a standard lunar calendar year? So which regional festival, which is a regional New Year festival, is celebrated in different dates? Okay, Ugadi, Gudi Pawa, Baisakhi, or Cheti Chand. So here when we celebrate Baisakhi, or similarly say in Assam when we are celebrating the New Year festival, like that time also, it need not be on some one single specific lunar calendar year date, right? So it can be on different dates as well. Similarly, many Indian festivals, you observe that they are not on one specific date, but it keeps on changing according to the, say, calendar, right? Next question. What is the core structural focus of the India EFTA Trade and Economic Partnership Agreement, which came into effect in 2025? Within India's international trade strategy. So what is the core structural focus of the India EFTA Trade and Economic Partnership Agreement? The EFTA nations are like, say, there is Iceland, there is Norway is there, Switzerland is there. So like super developed nations. And they give this, kind of free trade agreement with the nations with whom they have this agreement. So they want to know about the core structural focus. Establishing a common currency agreement, that is not possible. So you can easily eliminate. Replacing all existing, these are extreme statements, you have to always double check to be sure. Replacing all existing bilateral trade agreements with a single multilateral framework. Again, these are extreme statements, right? So you have to always question such statements before confirming. Securing long-term investment commitments from EFTA nations, along with market access for Indian goods and services. Focusing exclusively on agricultural trade with uniform price control. So even if you question up these statements and if you are not sure about the answer, but such kind of questions, double read the options and I think you will see that this is the best possible option. Securing long-term investment commitment from EFTA nations, along with market access for Indian goods and services. So C is the correct answer here. Who among the following was the president of Indian National Congress at the time of India's independence. So at the time of independence, the president was whom? Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Rajendra Prasad, or J.B. Kripalani. Next question. Match the following items in list A with list B. Okay. Lord William Bentinck. Now, Bentinck came with a stick and there was abolition of sati. This is the basic trick you remember for Bentinck and abolition of sati. Now, you look at A with 3. So, this is eliminated. This is eliminated. Let us see the fourth one. So, if you will take William Bentinck came with a stick. Then you also know that Curzon gave the curse. Partition of Bengal happened. So that is the trick to remember, partition of Bengal. So now check. A, this is not correct. This is not correct. So you want A3 and you want Curzon partition of Bengal. So I think you already got your answer. So that is your option number B. That is A is with 3, B is with 1. Dalhousie doctrine of lapse. Remember Dalhousie doctrine of lapse. Okay, Dalhousie doctrine of lapse. And then what Ripon did, if you remember, then he is known for your local self-government, right? So you can arrive at B as the correct answer. Next question. Choose the correct statement about the notable mountain passes. All right. Nathula Pass, we want the incorrect statement. We want the incorrect statement. Nathula Pass located in the state of Sikkim. So Nathula Pass, I have been there. It is in Sikkim. If you will go there, then you have to carry good amount of food and water. Like though you can go the same day from main Sikkim, from Gangtok and then come back, but there can be jams for hours, and like for eating the places are not there or stopping options are not there in between. Then after that there is the China border, and then there is your Baba temple as well, and it is said that even after death he is serving in the Indian army, and there is a chair that is kept in place of meetings, etc., and langar is also served there. Okay, so this is Nathula Pass is located in Sikkim. It connects India with Tibet Autonomous Region of China. Then coming to the Jozila Pass, it is found in Jammu and Kashmir. So that is also correct, and it is a vital link between Kashmir Valley and Ladakh. Coming to Rohtang Pass. Rohtang Pass is situated in Arunachal Pradesh. No, again when you visit Manali, then from Manali, if you will go little bit say ahead of that, on the right you will get the Rohtang Pass. You will see the board. Then there will be snowfall during the season. It connects Kullu Valley with the Lahaul and Spiti Valley. And if you will go towards left, then you will see the frozen lake, the Sisu Valley. And from Manali, first you will get the say some adventure sport region of Solang Pass, and from there you have to go up, and then there is your Rohtang Pass. Now these places are say more crowded, and it is good like for tourism as well. There was a time when Rohtang Pass did not used to be that crowded. So now Sisu Valley is also getting crowded. So 3 is your incorrect statement here. Only 3 is incorrect statement. Let us see 4. Baralacha La Pass, it is situated in Himachal Pradesh and it connects Lahaul, Spiti, Jaskar and Ladakh. So C only is the correct answer, and what was option 4 is 4. Okay. Coming to the next question. Which statement about tennis scoring is correct? About tennis, which statement is correct? Yesterday there was the cricket match. I hope you have enjoyed the yesterday's match, and after that it is now safe. A let occurs when the ball hits the net and lands outside the service box. So they want to know which is correct. Okay. A player with a set of winning 6 games with at least a 2-game margin. So when does a player wins? A player wins a set by winning 6 games with at least 2 games margin. So this statement is correct for tennis, right? So B will be the correct answer. Which of the following statements is correct regarding superconductors? Okay, correct regarding superconductors. They exhibit zero electric resistance below a critical temperature. So superconductors means they will have the electric resistance will not be there. That is why they are superconductors. They have infinite resistance. It is not possible for infinite resistance means they will not conduct only. They allow magnetic flux to pass freely through them. They show highest resistance at absolute zero. So what is the correct answer here? A is the correct answer. They exhibit zero electrical resistance below a critical temperature. Which statement about a Bharatnatyam Margam is correct? Let us see which statement is correct about the Bharatnatyam Margam. Alaripu is a pure nritya, no sahitya, invocatory piece and opens the recital. Jatiswaran is primarily abhinaya, so based on narrative and minimal nritya. Varnam consists only of sahitya and abhinaya. Jatis are absent. Tillana is a slow pre-varnan item focused on expressive song. So this and expressive will not go hand in hand. So correct answer here is Allaripu is a pure nritta, no sahitya, invocatory piece that opens the recital. So A is the correct answer. And in the startings, when there is opening of the recitals, there is, say, no sahitya and only nritya, like a form of prayer. In which the following cities of Manipur is the Jawaharlal Nehru Manipur Dance Academy located? So Jawaharlal Nehru Manipur Dance Academy is located in where Ukhrul, Chandel, Imphal. So it is located in Imphal. Which of the following best describes The God of Small Things by Arundhati Roy? So which best describes The God of Small Things by Arundhati Roy? A family saga exploring forbidden love, social discrimination, childhood trauma in Kerala. So it is a family saga, forbidden love, social discrimination, and childhood trauma in Kerala. God of Small Things, right? And then another book which was based on the South India and Muslim women, that is also Heart Lamp, and that book was by Banu Mushtaq, that also got award, and say this also became very famous. So just like South Indian movies, the books which are focused in the regions, probably that also have, probably that is my personal observation, maybe, may not be always true, but it is like that. You know, it is not about Mughal emperors, you know, it is not a science fiction, and you know, it is not an essay on modern Indian society. So even if you don't know that what the book is focused on, see, this is how options and practicing MCQ will help you come to the correct answer. In the context of Indian economy and public sector undertakings, that is PSUs, which of the following is not a recognized form of public sector enterprise, which is not a recognized form of public sector enterprise? Departmental undertakings, constitutional corporations. Okay, so constitutional corporations, government companies and statutory corporations. So here your constitutional corporations is not recognized form of public sector enterprises. So B is the correct answer. Simple question. In the context of the Indian economy and public sector undertakings, which of the following is not a recognized form of public sector? Okay, this we have just done. So we'll come to the next question. Little bit, I'll have to put the screen up. It's not. Okay. Just a second, I have to go to the next question as well. No? Okay, this is nice. All right. At which Olympics did Gagan Narang win a bronze medal? So Gagan Narang won a bronze medal in London Olympics 2012. So first thing is the years also. This one you can eliminate, and if it is old current, but then also it is not very near, so you have to know at least the latest one you have to remember. Okay, read the below statements marked as assertion and reason. Mark the correct options. See, sometimes when you get old such kind of questions, either it will have some reason, or when say the most latest one sorry, if you remember for like 3 years or so, not years, like 3 terms, right? So in that case, from India, in that case, at least that you will be able to eliminate. And from the obituary section also, if there is anything important, that also you have to remember. Mark the correct option. PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana aims to provide free electricity to households in India. So do they want to provide the free electricity completely? Yes. Under the scheme, household will be provided with a subsidy to install solar panels on the roofs. Is it correct? Yes. Households, they will get this option for the solar panel on the roofs. So both this statement A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Okay. Next question. Which of the following would lie within the Supreme Court's exclusive original jurisdiction? Exclusive original jurisdiction is under Article 131, original jurisdiction. Now, when we say about original jurisdiction, what do we mean to say? A writ petition by an NGO alleging violation of fundamental rights by 3 states, a PIL by a citizen challenging the validity of central environmental notification, a suit by state X against the Union of India challenging the constitutional validity of a central law encroaching upon the state list. So just look at the option. हेलो, सीढ़ी पे रख दीजिए, गेट बंद कर दीजिएगा. सीढ़ी पे रख दीजिए, गेट बंद कर दीजिएगा. ओटीपी आएगा क्या? 134741. हो गया? 134741. 41. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. An appeal by a state electricity board against an order of the National Green Tribunal. So if you have to select one where there is Supreme Court's exclusive original jurisdiction and nobody can give any kind of jurisdiction in that particular matter, then it is going to be if a particular state files a suit against the Union of India challenging the constitutional validity of a central law enforced upon the state. That is your upon the state list. So that is your option number C, that is in the original jurisdiction. That is exclusive original jurisdiction. According to the 2011 Census of India, the male literacy rate was 82.14%. Is it correct? Male literacy rate 82.14%. The gap between male and female literacy rates was 16.68%. So the gap between the male and female is your 16.68%, and here both the statements are correct. Okay, and that brings, if you will calculate the difference and then bring the average, so like that also you can say connected. So here both are correct. Consider the following statements regarding production possibility frontier, PPF. The PPF is typically bowed out concave to the origin because resources are not equally efficient in producing all types of goods. Okay, so purchasing power parity if we talk about, and production possibility frontier if we talk about, in both the cases you get this kind of statement based questions. So here it is correct. Then catastrophic events like war or earthquake cause the PPF to shift outward toward the origin. So this statement is not correct, and one only is the correct answer. Production possibility frontier. So A will be the correct answer here. Next question. Water erosion leads to the gain of essential nutrients, nitrogen and phosphorus, resulting in isolated crop yields and decreased fertilizer cost. Water erosion leads to gain of essential nutrients. If water erosion is happening, then the essential nutrients are gained or it is lost. What they are asking to say, which statement is correct? So it will be lost and not gained. Counter plowing involves farming across the slope rather than up and down, thereby creating natural barriers to slow down waterfall. So when you go to a hilly region, you will see this kind of steps kind of made, long forms. Okay, not just direct steps, but in long forms. And that is done so that if water flow happens, then it will slow down and the vegetation will also be there. So this statement B is correct here. 2 only. B is correct. Which of the following was the first iron and steel industry of India? So in the 5-year plans also we have seen that Tisco was the first iron and steel industry in India. Next question. Consider the following statements regarding Vesera style of temple architecture. So, this is again from the culture part. Vesera style emerged under the Chalukyas and Hoysala in the Deccan region, correct? Started in the Deccan region. One. It combines features of Nagara and Dravida architectures or traditional architecture. Okay, Vesara temples are prominently built with brick and lime plaster. 3 you have to eliminate. That will leave us to 1 and 2 only. Which of the following statement are correct? Statement 1. The cash reserve ratio CRR is the fraction of total deposit commercial banks are required to hold as liquid cash with themselves. No. SLR is that which is currently at 18%. CRR is that amount which the bank has to hold with your Central Bank of India or RBI, which is at present 3%. CRR, SLR, and bank rate, which is at percent 5.25%, are the most important tools, including others as well, for controlling your inflation, etc., by RBI in the monetary policy. I think everybody who has gone through the classes, and currently economy series is only going on, you are very much understanding and clear with what I just said, right? The statutory liquidity ratio SLR is the minimum percentage of deposit that commercial banks have to maintain in the form of liquid assets like gold, cash, or government securities with themselves, right? So this statement is correct. Repo rate is the interest rate at which Bank of India borrows funds from commercial bank, that is a repo rate or reverse repo rate. Okay, so here only this statement 2 is correct. So only statement 2 is correct. So B is the correct answer. Right. So with this, we have done the questions from general awareness section. Similarly, the other sections also you can refer to this particular channel and go through the other subjects as well. Thank you everyone. That's all for this particular class. Take care. Stay blessed. Bye.